I'm f***ed up. I need help. The real reason is mental health.
I never thought an NHL hockey player would remind me why it's so important to stay authentic on social media, but here we are. What Linus Ullmark said in his interview is something that took me years to admit, and even if you've never watched hockey before in your life, I think it's something that you need to hear too. In his interview, he said,
You're second guessing everything that you've ever done. Have I really done anything? Have I wasted mine and my wife's life?
And when I heard that, it genuinely stopped me in my tracks and made me lean in a little closer. And not because I can relate to his life, but because somewhere along the way, what he was describing was the voice of someone who lost themselves.
I felt like I lost myself.
And didn't know what to do. And instead of hiding it, he just chose to say it out loud. And that's really rare. If you think about it, in 2026, we definitely live in a world where everything looks fine online. We have influencers that fake their entire life, and the internet makes up stories.
It takes one rumor, make you feel like everything that you work for and everything you stand for is ruined.
And like I said, we may not have his life, but we absolutely understand what that feeling is. Because no matter who you are, when life hits you like a truck, pain feels the same, sadness feels the same, loneliness feels the same, anxiety. And when someone has the courage to speak about their weaknesses, that gives someone else the permission to reach out for help. Anytime I've had to talk about something that bothers me, it became 10 times more comfortable when someone shared their vulnerabilities and their weaknesses. And we do live in a culture that is scared to be honest. But what has become crystal clear to me is we all second guess our lives at least once or twice. I just thought it was so impressive to see someone be so honest in an interview, be so raw and authentic. It's just not something you come across that often anymore.
I'm broken and I need help fixing.
He's not someone who's speaking up as an athlete. Yes, he is an athlete, but he's also a father, a husband. And this is what Ullmark shared as well.
Allowing yourself to feel the emotions that you feel is okay.
Being open, allowing yourself to feel the emotions you feel is okay. And if you choose to listen to his interview on TSN, you will hear him say that people begin to reach out to him and share their own struggles and what they've been through and how they got through it. It's truly a chain reaction when someone decides to open up and talk openly about something. And I agree with what Ullmark said as well, is that there's a lot of people that suffer in this world. And as you get older and the more people you talk to and interact with, the more you really understand that our struggles aren't that isolating after all. There are a list of things I could name that for the longest time I felt truly alone. It felt like an experience that people couldn't relate to. And Ullmark said that the final straw for him was on December 27th against Toronto. He was literally having panic attacks mid-game. That was the day he realized that he needed help. When he said that, I knew exactly what he meant. For a long time, I thought that I could just ignore my anxiety and act like it didn't exist. And the trauma that I had, I thought would just eventually go away. It stuck with me from 16 or 15 years old until I was 22 years old. Things were actually going good in my life. I was probably the happiest, the most stable I've ever been, with the most support that I've ever had. And yet I was having anxiety attacks almost every day. From day-to-day life, at work, at home, driving, in my bed. Mid-conversation, someone would say something and there would be a trigger word. And I would literally feel my stomach twist into a knot, my vision get narrow, clenched my teeth. I could feel my heart rate in my throat. And the whole time, while all of this is going down, I'd be acting normal with the conversation. I'd be like, okay, nice. All right, well, I'll catch you later. That happened to me at work. Someone said something to me and it immediately triggered an anxiety attack to happen. I had gone to the laundry room and I sat there for about 15 minutes having a panic attack. I was just so confused because I didn't know why. And for 7 months, I was trying to push through it. I was trying to ignore it. I didn't know why I was having anxiety attacks, but something was obviously wrong. And it was until the day where everything truly fell apart that I finally discovered the reason behind it. It was an early morning. I didn't get much sleep that day, and I was working out at the gym. While working out, I was starting to get a lot of anxiety, but trying to ignore it. I just couldn't shake it off. I got to the shower. I tried taking a cold shower. I kept telling myself, you're you're okay, like just get through it, like it's okay. I broke down crying in the bathroom because I didn't know what was wrong with me. I felt up. I sat down with my laptop. I started to do some journaling. Let me just spew it out. Maybe if I just spew it out, I'll start to feel better, but I didn't. I sat down somewhere where I've done work before, and as I started to look around me, I think I was like literally hallucinating. Lights looked different. My vision just started to get very narrow, and I remember lifting and looking at my hands that just truly didn't even feel like mine. I had this insane out-of-body experience because I was just under so much anxiety, a huge knot in my stomach. That's when I ran to the bathroom because I thought I was about to throw up everywhere. I remember locking the door and just bawling my eyes out. I've never felt more alone and more scared and confused, lost. I didn't know what to do, and it was for the first time that I realized, yeah, I can't do this alone anymore. And I picked up the phone to call my mom. And honestly, I just thought I was supposed to handle it myself, and the phone call with my mom was a lot. And somewhere in that conversation with her, it dawned on me. I started to bring up my past, and I started to open up about things that I don't usually talk about. It was like catching myself red-handed. This is what it's about. That's when I realized I literally developed daily panic attacks because for years I chose not to talk about anything. My panic attacks weren't just happening randomly. They were an accumulation of years of moments and times that I've spent alone and trying to get through my pain, my trauma by myself. Unfortunately, for most of us, it always takes something this small to overfill our cup. Because one, we're so afraid to admit that we need help, and also admitting that you need help is also just as scary because you really realize that maybe what you experienced or what you went through is actually really messed up, and it's not something that you should just shrug off. And the message I'm just trying to get across is that, first of all, it's okay to cry. It's okay to lose, because there are millions of people in this world who do it. I think that's what I want this video to leave you with. Struggling doesn't make you weak. Crying doesn't make you broken. And if someone like Linus Ullmark can admit to anxiety, self-doubt, and panic attacks, then maybe we can stop pretending they don't happen to us. And maybe the bravest thing you do is let someone see that. Just please know you're not alone. And if this video meant something to you, I'd love for you to leave a comment or share it with someone you love, because you never know who might need to hear it too. So that is all that I have for today's video. Thank you for watching. I really hope that this video inspires you to open up to someone that you trust, even if it's about something really small and that is on your mind. You should always feel like it's okay to share that with someone. Thank you so much for staying until the end. So share some love by hitting that like button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
I wanted to feel like myself again. The plan was to fix me.